Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and today I've decided to do a different type of reading for you, for the collective. I'm going to be doing the pick-a-pile deck, pick-a-pile reading, where I have 3 of my decks available and I'm going to do 3 readings to check out what's going on with Divine Masculines and with the connection. So it will be a bit more focused on the DM today. That's what the majority of you is interested in. So we're gonna focus on that. And yeah, you can decide which deck, which number you're most guided to, and follow the timestamp and switch exactly to the reading that you were guided to take. Before we do that, I'll just pull a quick oracle card just to see what's going on with the collective, what's the mood of the day. I feel that with a lot of planets being in retrograde and Mercury retrograde starting on Monday, we have quite a lot going on in terms of the energy. So let's see, we got 2 cards, community and orphaned. That's a very interesting combination of cards. But what I'm getting, of course, is that because of communication issues that we're facing this week, a lot of us could feel a little bit more orphaned than usual. That kind of 5 of Pentacles vibe I'm getting from that card. But the trick is, you see how different the colors are, right? To focus on this and not on this. To understand that there is still, even if there is no twin flame in your life, or you're not in communication this week, or something else is not going as you planned with close people, with family, friends, whoever, there's still a community. There's still a community of light workers supporting you, at least energetically, and you can do your part, right? If you feel not at your best, unless of course you're like completely exhausted, you just literally need to take some rest. The best idea to get this mindset off yourself, like off your energy, off your mind, those kind of orphanage thoughts, is to step out of your own energy and help somebody else, whichever and however you can do that. You can volunteer, you can make a donation, you can use your gift set, for helping out other people, right? Whichever techniques you have where you can reach out to another human being and be of help. It could start with your friends, people you know, your neighbors, right? Somebody in the area. It could be, of course, online. You can support the merchandisers, business owners, by giving them reviews, by ordering from them. All of those things matter a lot. And by giving to the community, being part of the community, you understand, or at least turn into community for help for some of you. You will never be in that orphan energy. And it's very important to stay in this energy, because we attract what we are, right? To attract more of it. So if you're gonna stay in this energy, that's what you're gonna be attracting, more of that. The universe will be matching it. Okay, so you feel alone, you're in that space, we're gonna leave you there. Right? If you're more thinking about community, even if there is no physical human being in the room with you, that's a completely different story. And if that's what you're longing for, then you're gonna attract that into your life. Whether you're building a community of your own, or you're joining a community you'd like to be part of, that's another thing to consider, by the way. Whichever interests you have, beliefs, where you'd like to go. With lightworkers, we have a whole lot of variety of ways, right, to be part of the community. Do that. That's a sign for you. Okay, enough of that. Now let's move to our piles. So pile number 1 will be my freshly bought Spellcaster's Tarot. It's like bluish, grayish color. The second pile is going to be the Dreamkeeper's Tarot. It's grayish. It's a more surreal artwork, but very twin flamey. I love it for twin flames. And the third one would be another one of my favorites, the Steampunk Tarot. A blend of technology and tradition. It's kind of brownish color, brownish goldish color. That's pile number 3. So 1, 2, or 3, pick your pile, and let's get started. Okay, let's start with pile number 1. If you are guided to choose this pile, welcome to your reading. Let's see what's going on with Divine Masculines today, and what's the energy of your connection. What do you need to know? I've got my, and it's a coincidence, but not a coincidence that I have 4 wands on the bottom of the deck. I don't know if anybody picked up on it while they were choosing the deck. But yeah, I noticed just now actually. It's pretty cool. Let's see what's going on with Divine Masculines in 5D, in 3D, and then the energy of the connection at this time. If I need some clarifiers, I'll use my trusty Lightseer's Tarot for that. Let's see, so for, wow, it's pretty cool. I'm loving this. Yeah, it's exciting. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. So looks like DMs in this group are kind of like worried about money right now. It's not exactly the 5 of Pentacles energy yet, where there's like strong feeling of lack, but there's definitely a feeling of, and I'm getting this strongly with finances specifically in this context, that there is a feeling that I cannot spend a lot right now. I need to be mindful, I need to save, I need to kind of cut myself maybe in like with expenses, you know, cut some of my expenses, not cut myself, of course. You know, cut off some of the expenses that I normally have and start being more mindful of money because XYZ, and then their situation. Whatever it is, they're feeling like they need to be more mindful, either because, you know, there is some debt or some like threat of losing a job or something like that, why they feel like the situation might get worse with money in the nearest future, or just because they made a decision to save up for something, for some big purchase. Yeah, but there's definitely an energy of that. 5D energy, we've got the Sun, Knight of Wands, and the Death. Wow, wow, wow. And actually got a lot of major arcanas here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas in 9 cards. That's huge. So whoever chose this group, you guys, there's definitely divine intervention here. We have, yeah, the Sun and the Death, Knight of Wands in the middle. So there's definitely, this is the 5D space. So there's definitely a big desire for your DM to get into a better space, to get it, to become happier, to follow the passion and the dreams, right? Whatever the dream is. Look at this huge bird. It's that kind of energy, like, yeah, maybe it's a dream of flying, right? Like figuratively speaking, but it's something huge. Like it's not a small dream. It's not like I want to buy that new car I was eyeing the other day. Or maybe it is if it's a Ferrari, you know, the latest model or something, like something of that scale. Or it's a big dream of like, I've always wanted to be a novelist, a worldwide known novelist. And I've never actually written a single novel or a single story that was published. So yeah, those are the kind of dreams they're thinking about. And of course, it's necessary to get out of the space where they're at right now, to start getting into that. Like first, of course, like I was saying, with the money, it's a similar way, or actually not even with the money, but with that feeling of community, right? You need to start changes with yourself, right? With energetic changes. When you get into a higher vibration, then when you start attracting a lot of, like a completely different reality into your life. So those are the 2 parts, right? Healing first, healing from the wounded mindset, from feeling lack, feeling unworthy, all of those things, whatever society, family, friends imposed on us. And death is a big transformation. I'm getting that there will be a culmination of that around the full moon time, which is not that far away actually. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, could be dealing with a Leo. Your masculine could be Scorpio or Leo. So this would be like a double confirmation for you that it's, yes, it's them. But in general, there's still, and I'm getting that the transformation has already started. So both this and this are in progress, kind of in parallel streams, the healing and the transformation. And you will see the results quite suddenly. So you may not know about it yet, right? We're looking at 5D level, but the result in 3D reality is usually it's kind of like you can see anything for a while, and then suddenly a lot changes when it's time, right? When everything is cooked and there is a divine timing for that change in the physical. 3D. We've got the Chariot, Ace of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so Pentacles, we saw them in the overall energy. Definitely there is an emphasis on that. Chariot just confirms to me that those dreams that they have actually connected with moving forward with business, with some new projects, some abundance that they're trying to bring in. There is a bit of a struggle right now to pick the right priorities, how to make it work with the new thing and still not lose what they've accomplished so far. But I mean, this is a matter of time, right? Because with the Chariot, we actually see again the divine intervention here, and the universe is going to be helping them if they dedicate enough time to this new project, put enough energy in it, start prioritizing it, at least energetically, with the decisions they're making. There's definitely going to be a quick success here, quick movement forward with the Chariot. For the connection, drum roll please. We've got Seven of Cups, Lovers, and the Fool. Lovers in the middle. There we go. Right, so you could be dealing with Gemini. Your masculine could be Gemini, or you could be, because this is the connection energy. But also keep in mind that there's definitely a choice in love right now. And I'm not saying a lot of people are involved, but there is a choice of how to move forward with this divine love, both for you and for your person. And it's very important to follow this full energy with the kind of like the approach or the attitude of what it's like for you. Of course, you could be dealing also with Aquarius here. You could be Aquarius. It's another major arcana. It's that energy here. But definitely the Fool is teaching us to not overthink things, to go with the flow. You know, to be that fool in love, right? Those two cards together. Doesn't mean get lost in it. Still be sensible, still have your feet on the ground, but you know, prioritize with your heart. Choose the priorities with your heart, with this heart right here, not with your mind. Whichever you decide to do, especially if you're in a crossroad and you're not sure which way to go right now in your twin flame journey, listen to your heart. Listen to your intuition. Okay, I think we are good for pile 1. Thanks very much. Pile 2. I'm gonna move on to the Dreamkeeper's Tarot, my second deck. Let's see what's going on here with Divine Masculines. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Pentacles. Mission, divine mission here. But also, of course, since we're looking at Divine Masculine, I'm guided to say it's their work, whatever they're busy with right now. Not necessarily mission, but whatever their main occupation is. But look at this card, by the way. Yeah. It's very interesting because she's neat and she's like doing some craft. She's either like sewing or embroidering a new face for herself. That's very interesting. It's like doing some preparation work for something brand new, for becoming a brand new person, at least in the public eye, right? Okay, so for this diamond, we have 3 major arcana, which is not 5, but it's still a lot, like we had in the previous spread, but it's still a lot. So there's definitely still some, we're feeling the macrocosm powers at play impacting this twin flame journey and the collective impacting this journey. So for 5D reality, we have the moon in the middle, and it's complemented by Ace of Swords and Page of Swords, so sword energy. You could be dealing with an air sign. Your masculine could be an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, right? With the moon here, the moon is a Cancerian card, it's Cancer. But I'm getting here that your person is now more driven towards their intuition, towards their higher self. And look at that moon card, right? She's looking at that face, that kind of like, she's smiling. Yeah, to me it's a little bit of a ghost or some sort of a symbol, but definitely this is bringing a lot of truth about who they are and what they want in life. A lot of thoughts your person has in, or kind of like this intuitive nudges they have are coming from those downloads they're receiving. So they don't necessarily, I'm getting here, they don't necessarily realize at this point what all those have to do with their life or how to kind of fit them into what they're used to, but they are aware about this new information that's coming in, and that at least curious, they are at least open to it. They're trying to understand of how it can help in their life, or what are they supposed to do with this information. Because downloads could be quite abstract, right? And then it's for us to know how to apply them in our reality. 3D, we have Death, 6 of Wands, and 9 of Swords. Yeah, so there's definitely some sort of recognition that your person is having right now, some sort of reward for what they've done. Either it could be more official, less official, depending on the situation. Also, you could be dealing with a Scorpio here, but the idea is that it's like they have some sort of imposter syndrome about this victory. I don't know whether it's realistic or not, but they feel like it's not something, like they feel it doesn't excite them that much, or they don't feel like they deserve it, right? With the imposter syndrome, they still have some uneasiness, some anxiety about it, of whether for some of you they're thinking they could have done more, they could have been better, they could have achieved more. For some of them, they realize that, yeah, it all sounds good, or if it's a reward, right, it's nice to have that work bonus, to go on a trip or whatever, to even have that, I don't know, recognition from colleagues who congratulate on a new milestone. But it's not what truly makes them happy. It's like a passing feeling of like, yeah, today I'm happy, a week later, not so much. I'm again in this 9 of Swords energy. So again, swords, right? So for this group of divine masculines, they are in their head a lot about what's going on in their life. And then they have all those downloads that come in and they're trying to make sense of it. And basically the main idea from the downloads is that it's time for a transformation in their life. Stepping closer to do some preparation work, to step into their true calling. It could be connected with your relationship as well, but I'm not hearing it per se. It's more in the generic level of like following your passion and your intuition, not just connecting with whatever or whoever looks good, whatever or whoever could bring you this kind of public recognition, but what makes your soul happy, what's important for your essence. For the connection, we have Knight of Cups, the Hermit, and Queen of Wands. So another major arcana here. It could be a Virgo, it could be dealing with a Virgo here with the Hermit card in the middle. I'm getting here that, yeah, so for your person, I think the Hermit energy, we already spoken about it. So they do a lot of thinking, a lot of self-talk, a lot of analysis in their mind. So that's their Hermit mode right now. It could be that Divine Feminines are in a similar situation, but they're more focused, of course, on their inner work, on figuring out also like how to take steps to this unconditional love, to appreciating their DM in whatever shape or form they are right now, recognizing the importance of this connection and being willing to kind of like help them out on their journey with this love, with this unconditional love, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean saying the words out loud, but at least it means being there for each other and energetically or telepathically sending those messages of love and support with what they're going through. And for masculines, this is kind of mirrored by them recognizing that love is so important in their life, that maybe they had some wrong interpretation of what love is. And the most important part is that it's important to kind of understand themselves better before they can be in a truly committed relationship with somebody else and be happy about it. Not just make other people around them happy or this other person happy, but be happy themselves. So they are intuitively going deeper and deeper into understanding themselves and into working on themselves to have that self-love and to understand what their passions and desires are. Okay, that was pile number 2. Let me pull an oracle card. All right, we've got flexible 19. Yeah, so that message that I had for you was like, you know, having that unconditional love. That's it. Let me read the message for this card for relationships specifically. In every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a beautiful day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy you made that choice. I feel it's even more relevant for the divine masculines in this situation. But anyway, and it's number 19 or 1, right? So it's kind of like endings and new beginnings sort of idea. Okay, thank you, pile number 2. We're gonna move on. Pile number 3 is my Steampunk Tarot. Welcome for those who chose this group, chose this pile. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on with divine masculines in this group. Okay. That's interesting. I'm getting a lot of major arcanas in these readings today. Yeah, but I think that's actually those big energies are one of the reasons I was guided to do this type of reading, which I don't normally do, but I was guided to it today. So, and then we have 9 of Cups in the bottom of the deck. Wish coming true, fulfillment of your plans. That's a really great energy to have, whether it's just your DM or it's both of you, right? It's a great place to be at. So congratulations on that. You have, so I'm counting major arcanas today, and ask me why. I just do. And we have 4 here. We have 4 out of 9 cards, which is a lot. In previous readings I had 5 and then 3 and now 4. But yeah, definitely there is a divine forces at play in your situation. So first of all, we're going to take a look at 5D energy of your DMs, and we have Magician, Four of Cups, and Queen of Wands. So there's definitely some opportunity in love in this connection that your person has got right now. And it's a matter of how they're going to manifest it, is whether it's going to have a happy ending or not so much. And I'm not saying full reunion necessarily, right? Maybe for very few of you, but generally I'm just getting that this is some sort of a chance to get closer, to learn more about each other, to have some sort of new experience together that will be like a stepping stone for your connection. But it depends, and you are this Queen of Wands, divine feminines, in this interpretation in the eyes of your DMs. Energetically, that's how they're feeling you. So there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of sexual attraction, and they feel like this huge pull towards you, right? They see it as an opportunity, something like, yeah, I really want to do something with that person, right? Spend time, depending on where you are, right? Spend time together, like have some common experience with them. They have that deep feeling. The idea is that, I mean, that's what they have manifested actually, especially if you haven't been in contact for a while, that they're manifesting you back in their life, at least for one-off experience, at least like to bump into, maybe they will bump into you at some odd public place, right? Or maybe they will, you know, have courage to give you a call and ask you for a coffee. So it doesn't have to be big, but it's definitely that they are feeling this pull and they are guided towards communication with you. There's a good chance if they don't take action that the universe will help them with that action. 3D, we have the Emperor, Ten of Swords, and the Fool. So again, we have the kind of the card of the ending, right, with the Ten of Swords. And notice in this card we have this beautiful sunset on the horizon. So yes, like whatever was in the last cycle is kind of like burned down to earth, destroyed, whatever, it disappeared, it's gone. But there is this hope here with the sun. And definitely with the Fool card, they're asked to start new, to start with an open mind of what's this Emperor face is gonna be like, right? How they're gonna appear next? What's their next role in this life, right? Emperor embodies all of the kings. So which king is it gonna be now? Which king out of the 4 kings that they embrace is gonna step forward? King of Wands, Swords, Pentacles, Cups. It could be anything, right? So be very open-minded about it. That's what they're asked to do. A lot of them, because of the shock they had with this Ten of Swords, with the pain that they've encountered with this Ten of Swords, so they're trying not to, like, to also break off from their old behaviors and from old cycles, right? To finish it off. If they were clinging to certain people, certain situations, to be more free and open-minded about that, the type of people they would choose for company, it could be anything, right? Even bad habits, addictions, even that I'm hearing for some of you. So it's very important to step into this Emperor energy and take charge of their life, but still be lighthearted and open-minded about it, not to overdo it. For the connection, we have the Moon, Ace of Wands, and 7 of Cups. Yeah, so you see with this, for the signs, right, I didn't mention them, right? For the Magician, it could be dealing with Gemini or Virgo. Then we had the Emperor card, so that's Aries. Your masculine could be Aries, you could be. The Fool is the Aquarius energy. And here we have the Moon card, which is Cancer, Cancerian energy. So either you or your person could be Cancer. But yeah, what I'm getting here is there's still some unclarity, or there's still some lack of information in this connection. And it could be towards each other, like you, I'm getting this energy that you don't necessarily know what's going on with the other person, right? Hence, maybe at first part where we're saying that you haven't been in communication for a while, and all of a sudden they might reappear in your life. Somehow you're gonna bump into each other somewhere, or at least there will be a conversation from your common friends about each other, and you'll be like, you know, one of you will get a reminder about the other person. It's like, oh yeah, right, haven't spoken for a while, I wonder how they are doing. And maybe it'll start with a text message that will then turn into something bigger. But there's definitely some unclarity now of where you are, where for the other person. So it's important to kind of, and you see this is, to me, this looks almost like a key here. To kind of be, to not hold back with at least being friendly, right? You don't have to go all the way in, or, you know, to go into big commitment if you're not there, but at least show appreciation and share some of your situation, you know, some of your energy where you are, so they have a better idea, because it will help your twin with where they are and where they're going next. So be mindful of that. And with the Seven of Cups, both of you actually have different options and ideas of what to do next, what to focus on, or even whether to continue focusing on the twin flame journey and on the mission on this kind of track. For your person, could be more about this relationship, right? Maybe it means also a few other things for them to take on if they want to go that way, or to do other things that are usually presented as options, so you have some temptation to choose some other things, right? So this communication that's coming in, this sort of like, for some of you, it's a start of a new phase of communication and getting on closer terms with each other. For some of you, at least, it's an exchange of energy where you're going to share what are you passionate about right now, what are your aspirations and dreams, and what are you planning to do next, or at least what kind of options you're considering. This communication is going to be beneficial to both you and your twin. Okay, an oracle card for this group. Let's see. And definitely with this underlying energy with Nine of Cups, I'm seeing that whatever you're going to choose to do with the Seven of Cups, that's, you know, it's going to be a successful operation, but choose wisely. Be careful what you wish for. It's that situation. Be very careful, because it's going to happen, it's going to come true, and then are you ready for that? Here we have all that glitters. Yes, to me, that's actually related to this so much, and what I was just talking about. Number 1607, that you may be trying to attract something that looks glittery, that looks like gold, that looks treasure, but it may not actually be that way. So be careful with the option you choose. And also, I'm gonna read the message from the deck about this card from relationship standpoint. Sometimes we try to become something we are not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make it more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of the person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. Couldn't have said it better. Thanks very much, Group 3. Thank you for joining me, guys, and I'll talk to you all again very, very soon.